So if you have a coaching program and you're trying to figure out why your students aren't getting results, this video is going to fix that. I've audited a bunch of coaching programs and all of them run into the same issue. And 9 times out of 10, it's not because your students are lazy, it's because you're setting them up to fail without even realizing it. So this video is going to give you everything you need to fix that and start getting your students results, but also be able to have a coaching program that you're actually proud of. So let's get into the video. If you're new here, my name is Brian. I'm a monetization coach, and within the last year, I've been able to help coaches launch and scale their programs. And since then, I've been able to help coaches completely restructure their programs, fix up their student experience, and turn their scattered coaching offers into something that students can actually win with. And after auditing over 50 plus communities and programs, these issues pop up every single time, and fixing it is way simpler than you think. So one of the main issues that I see when it comes to these coaching programs and their students are struggling to get results is because there's too much information inside of the actual program. A lot of the times when when coaches are first building out a program, they think they have to put every single thing that they learned, every piece of knowledge, every bit of information inside that program and jam-packed it. And they think that is what's going to get people to the next level. But as a new person, from a new person perspective, if I come into your coaching program and I see all of this information, one, I was looking for your guidance, for you to tell me exactly what to do and not really anything else. And two, since I'm new to this, I don't want a bunch of information just thrown at me. I was already coming from YouTube. I already seen all of the information already. I just want your exact steps, your exact method of getting there. When you do provide all of that information, it's just going to be like overwhelming to the point where I'm not going to take action. I'm not going to know what to do, and I just won't do anything at all. And then I'm not going to get results. And then I'm going to call your program a scam. And then I'm not going to do anything and then just go on to the next program. So you don't want that to happen. You want to keep it simple. You don't have to overcomplicate the process. A simple 3 to 5 steps inside your coaching program will go a long way, and it's easier for people to follow, right? So if there's a bunch of moving parts, a bunch of steps within it, when people actually go through it, and since there's so many moving parts, when they run into issues and they come to you for the answers, it's like you don't even know where to fix the issue at. But if it's a simple 3 to 5 steps to help them get to that next level, whenever they're stuck at, you'll know exactly what they're struggling with, and then you'll be able to give them a direct fix to help them keep moving. So instead of having a bunch of information, dwindle it down, keep it simple. I promise you, simple is going to work. You don't have to put XYZ inside you don't have to give them the whole library to go through within your coaching program, because all you're doing is just being a guide to them, to the point where you're like, I went through this already. This is the exact steps, the exact simple steps that you have to take. Anything else is just extra that you don't have to go through. So keep the information simple. Don't overload them with too much information all at once, because they will get overwhelmed. They will feel like this is not for them, and then they won't take action. And now you're going to be frustrated as to why people aren't doing anything inside your community or your program and actually getting results. So now that leads us to the second reason as to why your students are getting results. There's no real mechanism for people to be able to follow inside your coaching program, right? So a lot of the times when people have these coaching programs, they think they have the general idea of what their students need to do, but they haven't packaged it into a simple mechanism that people are able to follow. For example, if I were to help people get started with selling digital products, I would name my framework. Since I went through the process myself, I know exactly what I did to get there. Now I'm going to take my exact transformation and turn that into a mechanism and call it something like the blueprint, or the Brian blueprint, or something along those lines. So that way, when people come into the program, they go through the exact blueprint, the exact roadmap. Like, this is what I did, step 1, step 2, step 3. This is the exact mechanism that you're going to be using to be able to get to that next level. And this is the only thing that you need to be actually able to get results. The difference between a struggling program and a successful program where the students are actually seeing wins and they're happy to be there is that the successful community, or the successful program, is broken down step by step, to the point where if a 5th grader were to go through this exact setup, this exact system, they're able to get wins, they're able to get results, they're able to feel good about going through the process and know exactly what they're doing. But if there's no mechanism, if there's no exact clear roadmap to follow, like, this is what to do at step 1, this is what to do at step 2, this is what to do at step 3, lay it out for them so it's impossible for them to fail, and then package it as your own mechanism. So that way, when people come in, it's like, are you following the blueprint? Did you see do you know what to do at each step of the blueprint? Do you know what the blueprint is able to do for you? Because people need something to follow. They need a roadmap. Without, like, imagine a video game. If you were playing a video game and you just hopped into the game without that onboarding experience, without that roadmap, without that mechanism to get you to that next level, you'd be like, yo, this video game is too much for me to handle at once. I'm not going to do anything at all. And 9 times out of 10, if you ever played a video game where there was like too much going on at once, you're just like, this is complicated. I'll go back to something simpler, or I'll just go into it later when I do have the time. And that's what people are thinking when it comes to your program. So if there's no mechanism, if there's no step-by-step roadmap to take them from point A to point B, people are not going to take action. They're not going to know what to do, and then you won't be able to help them, and they're not going to be able to get results, and now you're going to be frustrated. Then we have number 3, your program doesn't give any type of fast wins, right? So when people come into your program, you need to give them a hit of dopamine. They need to feel like they can actually do this. And one of the ways that you can set this up is by giving them a fast win. And now the fast win doesn't have to be anything major, like making $1,000 or making $5,000, making $10,000. A fast win can simply be you come in and you set up your profile to the point where you're ready to start making money. It's just the first milestone, the first step to get them celebrated. It doesn't have to be anything out of the extra. It's just to make them be like, okay, I feel like I'm getting into the room. I feel like I got my first win, and then celebrate that with them. So like, hey, you set up your profile. Now you're ready to start making money. And now they feel like that first step, they just accomplished that first step. Now they're ready to take the next step and the next step forward. And all the quick wins does is just set them up to continue and give them motivation to continue going through your program without feeling like there's too many things to do at once and they're not seeing any type of wins or any type of results as they're going through the process themselves. So if you have a coaching program and your students are struggling to get results, these are the 3 main things as to why they're not happening. And I promise you, once you fix them, even if you fix one, you're going to start seeing more students get results, more students go through your page, more students go through your program and be more happy about going through it. And then as they're going through it, since they feel confident, they feel happy, the results are just going to start piling on. And as results are coming in, you'll be able to showcase those results, be proud of that, but also that allows for more people to come into your program. And if you enjoyed this video and you want more information on how to properly structure your program going into 2025, going into 2026, I have a video for you that does just that. So I'll link it up here. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and just leave a comment down below. What type of coaching program are you thinking about launching, or how your coaching program is going? And we could chat it up in the comments and see how we could better be able to help you get to that next level, or just be able to help your students get to that next level. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.